Well guys, we made it back to the mobile home again today to pick up where we left off last time, reinforcing our truss work. Now previously we prepared all these 1-inch thick chunks of wood that we are gluing and screwing to the ceiling trusses because it's going to gain us an extra inch of insulation, and it's also going to reinforce these skinny little trusses so that it can carry our ceiling load a little better.
So while Doug is working on the roof ceiling, I'm going to be oscillating staples that are over here by the bay window.
Can we just define what oscillating is?
So I'm going to be using this to just basically cut the staples off flush.
Yeah. Let me just keep that going. So I thought I'd stop and give a progress update. This is slow and steady. I'm trying to straighten these trusses out a little bit by pushing them up and then screwing them into place. It's not the perfect solution, but we can take some of the sag out of it just by doing that, because we're kind of like laminating wood. And when you release the pressure, that bottom board is screwed and glued in. The glue isn't really working yet, but it can't stretch, so it kind of holds it up. It's hard to explain, but it works. So I'm really trying to check them, take my time. I had a lot of trouble with that one over there because it was really just a wreck. It was really warped. This day is going slower than yesterday because these trusses are a lot worse than they were down at that end of the home. That end was easy. They were like nice and straight, but these are all over the place. Still making progress. And you?
I've pretty much gotten down to the very end.
You've been doing a lot of staples, just cutting staples all over the floor, all over the walls. We have to have this place clean.
I went around and checked all the old studs, make sure we got them all.
Now up here above the window, I still have some drywall I gotta knock down, and then there'll be more staples there. This mess doesn't end.
I was trying to get that off and it was too hard for me.
It's glued and stapled.
Too tall, I can't reach it.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll keep working. So I've been working hard back here, just trying to get the ceiling straightened up. And you can see we have a lot of wood. We have boards propped up everywhere and glue is drying. I just want to hold some of these, which are really warped. I want to hold them up while the glue dries. It'll help a lot, I believe. Now we're not going for perfection. I've said this before. We're just getting it so that they're kind of even, so that when we put our ceiling up, we don't have it rolling and looking terrible. We're down to the last two down here, just on this side, two more to do, and I don't have enough. I had cut enough, but I made a mistake on one of them. I cut it an inch too short, and then the other one I cracked. We're gonna have to stop there. We'll go home, make two more new boards, and we'll get those done. All right, I'm just getting the table saw set up so that we can rip those last couple of boards that we need. Today, hopefully we'll finish up that ceiling and get moving on to the next project. Well guys, we made it back to the mobile home. These all sat overnight, so I'm gonna pop some of these boards out and see how it's looking. It's not dropping a whole lot, which is good. That's what we want. We don't want it to start sagging. That's enough for me to get my cart out. That's what I'm trying to do. Can you hold it?
Yeah.
And I think this one has to come out. That was nice. No, Belle already asked.
Just let both of it.
Let me just check this to see how level we're running. Yeah, look at that. It goes up. It's like higher than the other ones.
You're a good looking man.
We finally have our ceiling done. I'm really happy with how this came out. Now we have stronger trusses. Since I have the scaffolding over here, I'm gonna go ahead and get this little bit of drywall finished up. And I might work on this little bit of ceiling that's stuck right there. Well, I think we finally are finished with this end of the house. We got all of that garbage off of there. We cut all the staples, insulation, all this stuff out. It looks good, but it doesn't mean we're done, because on the other side of this big open space, this side still has a ton of staples all over the face of it. They have to be cut out. And now we have to do it all over again down here. More staples.
It's never ending. And then there.
Yep. Right up here is full of staples. All right, I think we're just about finished up for the day. And while we've been hard at work preparing and fixing and cleaning this house, Belle built a chair out of our scraps.
Yep.
You want me to try it out?
Yep.
That's what things.
Wow.
But yeah, have you gotten all the staples done, you feel like, or is there still more?
I feel like I got pretty much all of them by now.
There's always going to be one or two staples that linger behind, but we're almost there. It's hard to show the progress when you're doing staples. They're so
Yeah.
tiny, there's no difference visually for you guys. Up close, we can see the difference of how much cleaner it's getting and how much messier it's getting in here. This is one of the reasons we were hesitant to clean previously. A lot of you guys say, why don't you clean up the mess? Every time we touch anything, it makes such a big new mess. It almost feels futile to clean.
Yeah.
You
Because
clean-
every time you clean, you're just bringing up more dust that you have to breathe in. So I'd rather just leave it on the floor and
yeah.
do it at the end.
There's pros and cons. Cleaning does make it a little easier, a little nicer to work. And then also, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
So next time we'll bring another bag with us, get this cleaned up. We're gonna have to do another blowout. If you guys enjoyed watching us use the leaf blower, we're gonna be doing that again. Can I check out the DeWalt leaf blowers at the store?
No.
And just a sneak peek, this is definitely what I'm working on next time, and I've been preparing wood, getting stuff ready, because, let me get this out of the way. This up here is not attached because this board is completely rotted. It's hard for me to show you from this side, but you guys can see it from this side. We've discovered 2 spots like that on the perimeter of the house. So we have to repair that, reinforce that. So I'm getting ready. I have my wood ready. We just don't have time today. We're gonna be heading home. And also another thing I'm probably gonna do, certainly gonna do, is I'm gonna go around the house and I'm gonna screw. I hate to tell things before I do them, but I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna put a screw up through the top plate into each. Ooh. Got some big wind blowing our house around here. We gotta get this siding secured.
Yeah.
And some structure back in this house. And that's what I was just talking about. I want to get screws into every single truss to make sure that they are held down to the house a little bit better than they are now. Because some of them do feel a little loose, some of them are broken off like that. So we have a lot of reinforcement to do. So we're going to try to fix the rot and reinforce everything next time.
Yeah.
So that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching. And until next time, take care.
Bye.
Bye.